do you want to disbar Aloy Ejimakor? They say because Aloy Ejimakor took part or is a part or was a part of the protest release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is just a protest which every lawyer make every day after the court session. You see a lawyer coming out to address the press. I don't like the way this happened. I don't like this way. I don't like this. I want us to listen to this lawyer. But before then, I have to leave here. Thank you so much. I'm back.
Thank you. You're going so fast?
Yeah, I have to go, bro. I have something to catch up with.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much.
All right, bro.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We hope to see you again. We hope to see you again anytime you are free. Thank you so much, my brother. We must continue. It is about Biafra and Biafra. There's nothing else. It is about Biafra. Thank you so much. That video also, I think I have the video here. I will still play that video. You see, in that video, it explains a lot of things. And do you know this thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning them when he was asking about the video? Do you know that in that very order, court order, Showore have been shouting, say they did not serve him that court order. They didn't serve
he said
order.
it.
And
he
if
said
you
it.
did not serve that court order to him, and he expires on that Friday, that court order becomes invalid. That is what the law says. But do you know that there is no media in Nigeria talking about that, except this very video that Ugo brought now? At the end of it, they talked about that court order, and still yet they covered it up. They mentioned it at the end of the video, and they covered it up. I will still play the video. My brother, go ahead. My brother,
criminals.
Yeah, Namoche.
Hello, my brother.
Namoche ndewo. Ndo to handle.
When them Namoche, when them
Abo nyamono na ndekwu abo afọ ngwapo
memoro luka no mama no love no nga ndeka anya sela agwa ejini nga afọ
Mazi Chus.
Hello.
There was and go 247. After I'm full go say wow. Said come on, come back. We put to go look. Mom law Biafra. All the other so. I bought and there one. Yeah. Case Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It can be Jimbewela Pamo. I'm out haga women. I got we could. Mbala Jimbewela Pamo. Y'all give me so. So anya ndị elekwa ha anya ele ha ịma Nigeria nwere ụzọ iwu abụọ kemgbe nna mbụ kende ndị Igbo nke ọzọ mbụ kende ndị Awụsa na ndị North ndị West
Yoruba.
Yeah. So ala Ejimakor ọ bụ onye Igbo so lucky and iche. So they would try to do everything. But the Kaimana to the bar associations are like such injustice to happen. So
go ahead, my brother.
So they can't do nothing. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, thank God that he is strong. So he could defend himself. Let us see. Okay, they chat the way they think. Okay, the way they think. Even they don't know that law get like this. They wouldn't have. So let us be patient and nobody should criticize each other. Let us focus on the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case. Any other thing that people are typing in the comment section, please don't pay attention to comment section. Don't pay attention to them. Continue your this. Don't pay attention to comment section. Day one.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Every one of us, we know why we are here. It is for the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What is going to be the outcome? Even though we know what is going to be the outcome, but we have to follow them bomber to bomber. More especially now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is taking charge, all we have to do is to stand beside him and follow him closely. And let's play this video. Before I will give my brother Obi-Wan mic to speak, let's listen to this video. This very video that our brother 247 brought in. Let's listen. You will hear the argument. You will hear the argument, and you will know how evil it is. This only here. This is the only place I hear them mention that about that very serving of that court order. Every media in Nigeria, they ignored it. They went away from. They never spoke about it. Only here. This is the only place it was mentioned. Let's listen to it.
I have with me Frank Tietie, a lawyer and a Rise analyst here to throw more light on these issues. Glad to have you. Always glad to have you.
Thank you, my pleasure.
In the studio. All right, so straight out, why do you stand for or against concerning the lawyers?
Why should we even contemplate the issue of disbarment as if that's the only kind of sanction you give to a lawyer? If you perceive that he's done something wrong, you can reprimand him. You can suspend him, you can do anything, but not disbarment. So I think, but that is very far from to be considered in this issue.
Has he done anything wrong?
No, absolutely not, because you must consider Aloy Ajimako first and foremost as a Nigerian citizen who's got rights as a citizen to demonstrate, to be part of a protest. And then two, he does in every way hold some measure of professional responsibility to both the courts and to the legal profession. There's no doubt about that. So we must therefore now make a distinction between his responsibility and rights as a citizen of Nigeria and his responsibility to the court. So did he in any way offend the court? When you say a matter is sub judice, it means that it's under consideration by the courts. And when you also say that lawyers, particularly under the rules of professional conduct, specifically rule number 33, should not, make public statements with regards to matters that they are involved in. It's clear because the aim is that do not make such statement to either put pressure on the court, to influence the court, or influence the public. So what Aloy was doing by being present, just being present at a protest, at a rally, does that amount to in any way as putting pressure on the court? Yeah, it does it in any way. Because, and then most importantly, did he organize a protest? Did he call for a protest? He was simply part of the protest. If I am working to free my clients, and then I see a number of persons who consider that my client is in detention today for political reason more than legal, and they are holding a rally, and I happen to be present there by way of any form of solidarity as a citizen of Nigeria, am I trying to influence the court? Am I trying to influence the judge? So the unfortunate thing, and we must know this, is that if we think that Aloy has gone past his remit as a professional, as a lawyer in a matter that is appearing in, and then which means virtually every senior lawyer, every lawyer who has spoken to the press immediately after leaving the court hearing has actually violated that rule. I hope we all know that. So yes, because those actions have been more prejudicial to the cases that they are appearing than whatever Aloy did, expressing his right as a citizen of Nigeria.
Oh, well, that's quite interesting.
Of course it is, because the rule is quite clear. Anytime a lawyer makes a statement in public, when a case is anticipated or when a case is going on, especially when he is involved in a matter, it violates the sub judice rule. And we see it every now and then. Lawyers, especially senior advocates, as a form of one subtle advertisement or the other, is offensive to our profession. It's wrong. I, as a lawyer, will never make a statement concerning a matter that I'm appearing in. So we're doing all sort of things, and then we've been accepting them, and then it comes to Aloy's. Is it because it's involving Nnamdi Kanu now? We are now waking up some strange.
Let me get you right. Are you saying that if you leave a court room, you cannot grant it?
As a lawyer participating in a matter, immediately in fact, there is an express rule against it, Rule 33 of the Rules of Professional Conduct, as amended in 2023. You cannot address the press with regards to the fact of the matter, with regards to any issue relating to that matter.
So, Frank, why is it occurring? Why is it happening?
Because it's against the sub judice rule. Even though it's a common law rule, we don't have any express statute against it. But they are all. But we have
no express statutes.
No, but again, how do you now look at what is the role or what is the status of the rules of professional conduct? It's express that you cannot address the press, and we do it all the time. And look, the courts accept it. The Bar Association accepts it. There is no reprimand. Nobody has reprimanded. It's wrong because there's room for journalists to be in the court all the time to observe proceedings, to take note of the things, and they report in such a manner that it's not prejudicial, that does not undermine the integrity and the independence and impartiality of the court. But we see this every time being breached, and we don't have anybody raising dust. It comes to that of Nnamdi Kanu, and the respected Aloy Ejimako is now an issue. So why should it be?
Before I go to my next question, just this one. All you're saying now, what does the Constitution particularly say about this?
Look,
I mean, it's the ground norm.
Yes, what the Constitution says. Under Section 39, the citizen of Nigeria has the right to hold opinion and express same. Under Section 40, the Nigerian citizen has the right to congregate, to meet anywhere in any part of Nigeria, and then express himself and take part in rights. Under Section 41, he has the right to move about anywhere, go to Kafanshan, go to anywhere, go and then express himself. He hasn't offended the Constitution as a citizen of Nigeria.
All right.
It doesn't exclude the fact that he has some professional responsibility to the Nigerian to the bar, to the legal practitioners. Yes, I mean the legal profession. However, has he offended the court? Was he attempting to influence the court? Was he attempting to intimidate the judge? Absolutely not. He was present at the protest that was aimed at President Tinubu to take a political decision, ask your Attorney General to withdraw charges against Nnamdi Kanu, or rather release Nnamdi Kanu. How could that be offensive? Right. For goodness sake.
Fine. What do you even make of his arrest and the arrest of those who participated in this protest?
Oh, well, I found that quite sad. Very, very sad. You know, in any way, I'm careful because when we promote human rights, we try to balance it with the responsibility to also promote the fact that there has to be peace. I think that was tainted. You know, the point is that should he have been arrested? I don't know. I mean, but when the police gave a reason for arresting him, that he was present in a place where a certain court order, you know, barred people from protesting. These are issues of fact. The point is that, was he named in that court order? What was he doing? Just by being present, should he have been arrested? And again, what is the process, you know, in determining the criminality of whoever, what was wrong or who was offending a particular order of court? Should that be left to the court? I mean, we're talking about a legal practitioner who is, you know, present at a rally, at a demonstration, a peaceful one, non-violent, absolutely not offending any known law. Why should I arrest him? You know, now, those are all the dimensions that point to the fact that this whole thing about Nnamdi Kanu is political. And I've maintained that position. And that's the reason why its solution lies in the political power, and particularly that of the president.
Let me ask you this. The police say it is standard procedure to keep a suspect in custody until bail conditions are met, correct?
That's not very correct. The point is that the moment the police hands over a suspect or an accused person to the court, his job ends there. It's respect. Don't forget, the court has a belief, the court has a sheriff that takes responsibility of the accused person. That determines. It's not the police that. I mean, there's this wrong procedure we experience all the time in court. Where after bail has been perfected, you still have to take that bail, the perfected documents to the prosecutor to examine whether they are in accordance with the pronouncement of the court before the person is released. All sort of violation of our rights. You know the good thing about it is that this is happening.
This is a serious matter.
Of course it is. Absolutely serious.
Because this goes on and on. Are you saying that the police...
It didn't have any business anymore. The moment or whoever was as an accused person was handed over to the court...
Why does it keep happening?
Oh, because we have not challenged it. Because we keep, failing to observe known standards, and we allow them. The same way the lawyers violate the rule against them, the sub judice rule, anytime they make pronouncements when they come out from court, and the courts tolerate it. That's the same way the courts have tolerated their powers.
Okay, go ahead, Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chooks,
welcome,
and everybody. I actually came late, but I think I understand a little bit of what is going on.
Yeah.
And The reason why there is law and order is for stability. The reason why there is constitution, there is justice, is to be able to make people to live together.
Exactly.
If the poor man knows that he's going to get the same judgment with a rich man, whenever anything happens, that will make me want to be part of your society.
Yes.
But in a society where there are different set of rules, I wouldn't want to be part of it. Most of the things that is coming out from Nigeria, sometimes it seems like are they not aware or they intentionally they are doing that? Because based on people that said that according to the US that before year 2030 that Nigeria will divide, the way I'm seeing things, it's not going to reach that time.
It will not
Every institution in Nigeria is collapsing. Every one of them, starting from the head. A government that does not obey his own law, number one, you should lead by example. What they do is when the judgment favors them, they remind you that they have a constitution. When it doesn't favor them, you will see. Can you imagine if they actually was able to find Nnamdi Kanu just a little bit of maybe a sin like a pin? Even if it's one small thing, therefore it can for jubilation, just like the way they jubilated when they brought him back from Kenya, as if Nebuchadnezzar Osama bin Laden. Every institution, can you imagine Nigerian Bar Association is deliberating whether they're going to disbar Ejimako? Before Ejimako become a lawyer, he was a citizen. And are they saying that you're not supposed to talk about it? You're not supposed to talk about it, a case that is still in court. What happened to the judgment of appeal court towards Nnamdi Kanu's case? Which they did not. Because it's actually pointing towards, it is so obvious now that the government really want to kill Nnamdi Kanu. Like, they actually let you understand that, as you know the law, and so, understand my point. Now, it is so ridiculous that the most populated country in Africa is just like this, and people are just laughing and passing by about just like that. Do you know why? Do you know why I'm so passionate about Biafra? I am passionate about Biafra because when I look around, I can see that I'm not alone.
Of course.
I can see that I'm standing with people that are willing to die for one cause. Each and every one of us knows this inside us. That's why it will be difficult for you to be arguing about Biafra with a Yoruba man or Hausa man. If you don't know it, no, it's inside you. It's inside me, it's inside you that I call Kita. You can fight for Biafra. Nigeria is a different thing entirely. Nothing is working from the police.
Nigeria is a failed state. It's gone and gone.
Can you imagine a Nigerian Medical Association was ordered to bring whether Nnamdi Kanu or a hospital before the case? They did not do it. And everybody just
test. They just went and forged a test result and brought.
Isn't this thing so funny? Like Nkebia, 1 week. Now, by the time that one new, can you put another one the next week? When can you go Nigeria Medical Association now? Nobody is talking about it. The example I'm giving you now, what all these things I'm telling you now.
You're right, my brother. You're right.
I sat down and I start pinpointing some certain things that in a country where they say snakes swallow money, it becomes a national news. And everybody laughs about it. Do you know Milaye was going to court because of fraud or this and that? He fainted in like that country, man. Hi.
Hello, brother.
Nah, they somehow
this thing where this our brother just said remind me something. Do you know that time where they say that say snake swallow somebody many in Australia one on your charge I'm saying na here on always joke na all your country. My way I say a woman Nigeria. Yeah, do I'm saying now. Say yes, yeah, a woman Niger person. Yeah, do I'm saying person na passport music no, and I just see that passport apostro use passport see I won't Biafra. I won't Nigeria. So he was trying to know exactly what I mean. Then I have to explain that. Then he now understand.
See, my brother, one of the things that sometimes I get confused on this case about Nigerian matter is why is it that we have gotten this low that we are comfortable with suffering? Like,
my brother, I can't understand.
The thing is so alarming that even like when you have a fundamental right to live, that is your right to live. That's why the law does not anything any constitution. You must actually bring that human right there. You did not care anybody. You care for anybody. So you don't have right for human behavior, how to behave. That's why that one is separate. And I keep kind of understand. I don't know why are we so comfortable of suffering. Oti is building something in Abia State. At least for the first time, people are remembering that there was a state called Abia. When you Abia, even though they were a huge kind of factory of shoe, Naba. Nobody at some point Abba shut off. And somebody now came up and started doing miracles. Something no other state is doing in the southeast. Somebody came up. The first time witness a governor that choose to build his state. A governor that can walk in the street and without no fear of like
the very first
like
time.
Let's say Oti Chocolate campaign. Only the walk canopy. Only the canopy. Cause they convince the mother. You can spend Lego and make campaign when you know that whenever you own a people will follow you.
Yes. The work have already speak for him now.
And and after all these things, people like Benjamin Kanu
want to change him.
My point didn't they make here. My point didn't they make. People like Benjamin Kanu, who according to him, he's number 6. All this story is sometimes I just can't understand how human mind. I'm when think buying hot too much about engine oil and buying or no ozuhezu. Someone like Benjamin Kanu now say I cannot be number 6 person in the country and the Labour will be taking glory of Abia State. Is it all about party? Why occupy your state? Why don't you are part of the government? After campaign, whenever somebody win, a party face your government.
Yes,
that's how it's supposed to be. But another thing, the people, the citizens of Abia State, some of them fokwalu ihe if you follow ya putakwa na support Benjamin Kanu. What I'm telling you. Kelly did comfortable with suffering. I want to take APC Abia State back to APC. The citizen, forget to go to Benjamin Kanu. The Abia State go. The JD get the guy. I was expecting that now. Benjamin Kanu before ne kucha ihe ne kucha ndị mmadụ aka walk kucha go out onye ọbụla walk out ogini ka emelo ndị mmadụ na
they have impoverished them to the extent that they will buy them over. If I afford hired class,
I'm just saying ego already kai we take go from that particular time and memory campaign na ego ne kai okale
bottle of malt any cup of malt this is count malt
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could say na to control an Igbo man he say he hard
man. Okay, for let me tell you, Nigeria oh God. Okay, for that country Afunu be a country that actually value
evil forest.
I value human life as anything. Like you can just wake up at any time. You can just do whatever you like. Just say, don't worry, MSia. It will open a government in car support. Neno Daniel Boala. This is one example. Somebody that say that also go there, Tinubu, Chia, Nigeria for 30 years. Nothing will change. The same guy is here on that TV. They have no iota of shame
at all.
The best thing that happened to us, or to, let me say to us, is social media,
yes,
internet. Because
exactly.
These guys have been living this life for long, and they have been this corrupt for decades that you don't know whatever they commit in Abuja, you don't know it in the East. But 10 years ago, during that time, internet, at least that one alone is actually showing us something. But it's becoming so ridiculous that now you will see people you expect, even ordinary human being in Nigeria now, he has started now to understand law. To understand law more than the lawyers.
Yes.
People make protest. Right to protest. This in Italian on as I suppose can protest. Yeah? Fine. On a very good day, does the court has to tell the citizen where to protest to start with, because they are gonna judge this case or they can CNN every fundamental right of every citizen of Nigeria is to protest. Government they all what they have to do is to Malebunu name the protest, traffic cops at Jedia block all the road for safety of you guys to say what you want to say. What is Nigerian government scared of? What are they scared of? I can feel it. You yourself can actually see it that if you are my father and I keep wanting to say something for you, the reason why keep quiet, because keep quiet one day or poison because all calculate again.
Yes.
But no, you could something. At least you might be here. Yeah, any explanation anywhere. You explain, because sometimes you follow without actually hearing from the person, and the next thing, by the time he now understand what was going on, don't make a lot of damages that they cannot get back to because of what? You didn't know the whole full story before you decided to react. Oh, you can get a problem, choose your best friend. I know a problem. Mbidi ogudi sege mama gan all those like the things that I'm not supposed to say. And when I realized that I was wrong, they come and see where undone those kind of things. If our friendship will go crack.
Yes.
And that's when it crossed the line that you cannot be able to come back again, even if you decide they be there or carry in the outcome for there.
Yes.
But Nigerian government are so scared. No one Nnamdi Kanu to say I will destroy Nigeria with the truth.
And by the way, we have look at the information coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, just like what we are saying here. Onyi was crying about this issue. In the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, no case submission stands. Look at it.
Yeah,
I don't believe that Nnamdi Kanu declined to enter defense. Insist no case.
No, the people in Nigeria, I've never had citizens are actually learning law in this. I don't know most of the things I know about all this. This is the first time I'm hearing about no case submission. But yeah. I can understand it.
Yes.
I went through it and I understood whatever it is going on. A country, the most populated country in Africa, can somebody in a court? No, you won't have any charges for you to defend, and yet a learned somebody is telling you to come and defend nothing. Where does this happen? I don't know. That's it.
They had one of the defended him. He have won them in their court. Yeah. Their own court, their appeal court say that no Nigerian court has the jurisdiction to try him. And yet they don't defend himself on what?
Somebody broke an international law. You went and bring somebody, kidnap somebody from all the way Kenya, then you want to come and try that person. How?
Ian Najona, is it that they don't understand the English? Or that now?
My brother, they understand this is just a purpose. They know what they are doing.
That's what I'm saying.
They know.
If you know that they know what they are doing. If now Imana alluded to you, what is holding the citizens of Nigeria?
That is the question.
The why in I am proud of Biafra because when I look around, for people that I share the same ideology with, and for people that are ready before now, I will die for Biafra. Hugo, I will die for Biafra.
Yes.
Nobody can die for Nigeria because nobody is nobody's country. It's nobody's country.
What is Nigeria?
It's a place where that's what I'm telling you. It's nobody. That's why you will see when citizens come. You can imagine where Biafra now. Ibunye Biafran flag.
You'll be so proud.
Nefe a Biafran army, but I'm what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nigerian citizen boo. Not only na that night as I was watching that shooting. I was live. I was watching it from this girl no exile, DJ Switch. Because can you imagine a citizen of Nigeria, also from country, because she's fighting for a young lady fighting for the betterment of his country, of our country.
They won't buy that girl.
I'm telling you, they want to because they shot the network around the place, remove all the cameras. For the now, do you know why? Because I was so emotional that Nana for flag in Efe, Nigerian flag in Efe. People fund the army. Fund on the army, huh? Bidokuwa national anthem. Here we signal can send the army. Goa national anthem. Why did you join the army in the first place? Why are you a soldier? When you are being trained as a professional killer, one of the most important things that they train you is respect. That is why a soldier always call you sir. That is why police na koyege handcuff naka. Ana sir. That is why Anna say, come on, lie down, sir, lie down. Anna Google, man, I get me check everything. Respect. And the Nigerian soldiers saw their citizens. That was the day I knew that this is not actually somebody's country. This is not really a country. This normal human being. Think about what I said now. Soldiers, we are coming to the ground where people were protesting. And I know we need a white flag. Also, that now want negotiation. Let's do peace. Just white flag.
Geneva Convention doesn't allow you to shoot a gun. Somebody holding such a white flag.
Even your worst enemy will not even shoot you with that white flag. Man, it was so bad that now Nigerian soldier, you entered, call yourself Nigerian soldier, and you saw your citizen. Now go national anthem, Nigerian national anthem, and your flag which you vow allegiance to, and yet you open fire. The reason why by now in Nigeria, the military could have corrected it. This kind of a thing that happened now. That is why they were fighting it during the 60s, because Akan were competent people in the Nigerian military. They have been compromised. They cannot. Government say, social media say, there was a coup attempt. Military came out and say there was no coup attempt. Yeah, like the story that like all the cable. If example
the first demon of that thing, I just laugh. I said, look at these people. What are you people taking us for?
Kenya in this country, man. If is it the name you want to preserve or name Nigeria you want to preserve, fine. And the boy preserve name Nigeria, fine. But why don't we operate like a US? Each of Nigeria call as a name. Now I'm not example. No, the name. He operates here. Let everybody manage their resources in their region. You do not want. You are just comfortable with okay for by I love Biafra, man. And one day we will win. We will win because see what are those things they think that they did to our fathers 1967 and 1970. We still have that spirit. And we are never going to back down.
From the day my dad suffered during the time of Biafra, I swear from that day, say whether it be a Biafra or death, nothing. So when
let me tell you how our grandmother used to tell us about Biafra when we were little. And we bomb they buy so every time my dad's brother or Ejewetia do we in the center of the house, and all of us will come back to the village. Every of my cousin, we will now sit around like as if it is by moonlight, and because we like to hear how they ate lizard, how this person, my uncle was telling somebody to bring plane from Gabon to come and carry them to this and that. So the whole story was fun for us to listen to it. It's like a natural history to the next generation. My grandmother was that we were seeing the evidence of the bomb both down Abai. Because they ran away from the distance. And my grandmother likes to talk about because she talk about the war because she was a catechist wife. So the movement, they went to Ebu and they ran to Ebu, and that was just that's how I knew most of all these things and how they ran. Now, as we are listening to it, everybody was interested to actually know what is going on, because we can't learn this thing in school until I watched the Biafran war on YouTube. I think the best thing that happened to us is internet. I watched I even saw my uncle as a doctor in the movie. I'm not movie, the documentary.
Yeah.
My uncle was one of the doctors that they even interviewed. My uncle and Christmas, everybody. No, this thing. I was watching. I cried. And a normal person that actually saw what happened, I was expecting the government of Nigeria by now to actually understand that we have suffered enough. But rather, they choose to still sit on top of us and they expect that we will not react.
So let's get the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. Let's get the briefing straight. Let's get the briefing straight for everybody here. That is why we are here, to get the information on what has happened in the court and the way forward.
Okay.
From the information we can get from what Rise have published now, not Rise, Sahara has published. They said Kanu, who had earlier filed a formal application to summon witnesses in his defense, told the court that the decision was no longer necessary, since, in his words, no competent charges exist against him. The detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has withdrawn his earlier decision to call witnesses in his ongoing trial before the Federal High Court in Abuja, insisting that there are no legitimate charges against him. The development occurred on Monday during the court session where Kanu, who is standing trial on terrorism-related allegation, told Justice James Omotosho that after careful review of the prosecution case file, he concluded that the Nigerian government had failed to establish any valid charge to warrant a defense. Just the same thing my brother Obi was saying now. Just the same thing you are saying. Kanu,
isn't it very ridiculous?
Yes, that's exactly what you said when you were making a statement now. Kanu, who had earlier filed a formal application to summon witnesses in his defense, told the court that the decision was no longer necessary since, in his word, no competent charge exists against him. The Biafran leader argued that he had been subjected to an unjust process and that the evidence tendered by the prosecution did not in any way prove the allegation brought against him by the Nigerian government. In response, Justice Omotosho advised Kanu to put his new position into writing and formally serve it on the prosecution team, noting that it was crucial for the court record. The judge further suggested that Kanu seeks legal advice from criminal law experts to fully understand the implication of his decision to forego a defense. The court subsequently adjourned the matter to November 4th, 5th, and 6th to allow both the defense and the prosecution to file their final written addresses before judgment. Recall that Kanu earlier named former Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, Abubakar Malami, and several prominent Nigerians as witnesses in his ongoing terrorism trial. Those also listed included the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, former Minister of Defense, General Teofilo Danjuma, retired, former Chief of Army Staff, General Tuku Buratai, retired, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma. Other named Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, immediate past Governor of Abia State, Okezium Ibazu, former Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, NIA, Ahmad Rufai Abubakar, and former Director General of the Department of the State's DSS, Yusuf Bichi. This is the summary today. So the case has been adjourned to 4th, 5th, and 6th of November. that is when we are going to come back again to visit this very case. And just the same thing we are thinking, the same place. And that's why I say Aloy Ejimako has been the only one who has been in the forefront, the special counsel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was the one that won the case in Abia. He was the one that won about 2 cases, and one of the one that is in Kenya is also a part of it, and the one that has to do with the human rights, he was part of it. And the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got his own winning in the appeal court was because of the case Aloy Ejimako won in the Imo State, where they granted him a award that was given to him. So when you look at all these things, you see there is no reason whatsoever why this case should continue, or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put defense on what? Defense on what? Defense on what? And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu just told him, after studying everything they presented against him, what the prosecuting counsel presented against him, that there is no need entering, and he stands on no case against him. There is no case against, and there is no case.
Adjournment they keep adjourning. The case has been adjourned 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Each and had the serious. If the ball game number, the case has been adjourned to 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's supposed to be a speedy trial. And you look at there, within these 4 days,
that Omoto Joseph, is he really even a judge?
A criminal judge. A criminal judge. These are the people that Wike is using to jail people in Abuja. They are the ones working with.
Because if he's really someone that stands for justice and really a judge, believe me, he will not even pick this case at all. He will not even try it, because that will destroy his reputation.
The pattern, they don't care about their reputation. One of those lawyers, they care about their reputation by now. If how they twisted, they shifted you guys' mind from Bintanyako. Bintanyako was the one before. Hanaya Funa Nnamdi Kanu Achogi Bofu the woman.
Also, do you go the woman?
Yeah. Also go. I wanna happen the woman. On no ebang for a long time. Now I videos here. Happen case in Nnamdi Kanu. Another case. I wep here with another person. No, they don't know a script. See, Nabia, causing no speedy trial. Everybody is so happy that this man, but as a Bidoka, to work where, hey, don't worry, we hope that you do the right thing. This guy, Bidoka, this no case submission, I need a quote. Before this judge, JJ holiday, when see yes or no. Oh, yeah, just tell. Casey, I defend. That day, he just says yes or no. What did you do? Or put holiday? Call to go to 3 months holiday. Oh, dear. 3 months holiday. If you have criminal they are the 3 months holiday. You all know media look offices get set to how people that will come and bid. I be a bid, I say, Kelos or Zayesi, or happier, Kelehan, and the same no case submission can I come up until this moment. Speedy trial,
any judge that know that this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from that distance will not even try to even get involved in this case. Believe me, never.
It is so sad. It is so sad. So I think we are going to round it up. We have really.
I'm going to talk in a play live for video court. Comment. I'm more talk. I know. Also, I know.
That video
only a binary con and then you make out to. So
that video just tear him out. I'll just say where is the criminal judicial judge?
It is so sad what we are saying. It is so sad. Coachux, are you there? Coachux, your network today no agree you at all. Take the mic before we enter into our closing remarks. Coachux.
Good morning, Mazi.
Hello, my brother. Go ahead, Coachux.
Am I coming at Mazi?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. My network today just showing me up and down. Oh yeah, now I know good man and made
you.
Yes. People who carry down my on the read. People who carry down my on the read. Because today that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu enter court first. The first of all, as of those they are criminal medias.
Yes.
Ndoji media and report here. When I'm going on the patchy, if that side is sweet, everything has started playing out. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is all those media, those guys that they are evil. They are even second devil. They don't know what they are. They not even know what they are doing. But the whole thing is not playing out. And at the same time, James Omoto, what do you call his name? Including Tinubu himself, which is the president of Nigeria, and including all those chiefs that call themselves chief of army staff, chief of defense staff, all of them entirely. The thing that happened to Egypt, the thing that happened against the child of the Israelites with Israelites, and Egypt and Israelites, that is what is about to fall them. But they're not even see it coming. They should continue holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Very soon, anybody that know them, you go and tell them. Very soon, those their children, those children had their needs. Every one of them, we started taking care of them one after the other. Most especially the president of Nigeria, because the whole thing is on his case now. Because you're not going to say you're a president of a country and the judiciary, what do I even call it myself? The judge is doing all these sorts of nonsense. And you keep silent. Are you spoiling the image of Nigeria, or are you spoiling? What are you even doing, myself? Because automatically the image of Nigeria has been spoiled all over. And you keep quiet. The same thing goes to the same James Omoto. You know quite all right that the woman that is there before, what is that in name? That her name myself. Binta Nyako, Binta waiting, Bintu Sudan. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have tell you openly that this court did not have any right to even judge his case. And you call yourself, you say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your friend, or what do you even, or that the thing that you even talk myself. Very soon, your own family, you just continue preparing. If you don't get anything, just go prepare money of canopy, because you are going to start a barrier for that your house. You don't know if you know that now. Because this man that you are even trying, this shambolic court that you call court of justice, there is nothing like justice in this evil court. Because all of you that gang up, that is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down, all these terrorists in uniform, you start taking care of you, every one of you, one after the other. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was telling Yorubas that the lorry has been taken over from them, they did not hear. Look at everything that is going on now. Every day by day. Killings every day by day. Including Tondo. Every one of us here. Am I going to say the press release or memo that is the same terrorist in Nineveh sent to Edo State that they are coming? It is a country that have security. Are they going to say they don't know those people that send that list to come? It's where peaceful protesters dey. That's where they know how to get power. And I'm still saying it now. This is the right time for pressing. A voice from North should rise up. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa have rise in East. Showore have rise in Yorubaland. This is the right time for somebody from North to rise up, so that Once they are holding those 3 people, if Nigeria knows say they get chase, they're supposed to rise up. Because this fight that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting today, this fight that Mazi Simon Ekpa is fighting today is not for only Biafrans. He's fighting for the whole black race, most especially the indigenous people of Nigeria. This is the right time for every one of us to rise up. Every day by day, they keep adjoining it. They keep adjoining it. That is how you people they dig una go Kureba Gendun, Mabunu Namalo. Most especially that judge that sit down there that call himself James or Motor. When you are going to hear the story, that your first child or your first daughter have spied, that is when you are going to know that God Chukwu Kikabiyama is giving you signal. Tinubu that give order to change all what do I even call it myself? Almost of all those people that he is working this evil. Just like chief of defense staff, chief of staff, all of them, that is changed. They say they are competent to work they are doing or something like that. And the same time arresting about that 16 top military that they are planning to. Arresting those people not going to even stop them of doing what they're supposed to do. Because as we arrest those people, other people is still rising up. You're not going to stop it until all of you do the right thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said me, do the right thing. Yes. All of you keep busy. From Jack Baboon Nini naturally came. But very soon, go and look for Kalopi. Because exactly that happened to Egypt is about to repeat itself in Nigeria. Mazi, let me stop here. Thank you so much.
My brother, I think, let me help you a little bit. I think that Nnamdi Kanu, the Nigerian government, exactly where he wants them to be. What makes them not to be they are smart in corruption. Nigeria is fantastically smart in anything bad. Fantastically smart in anything bad.
Yes.
And it financially anima brain both me and you. And when you put a Nigerian character outside somewhere, need a little bit, but we don't know this. Nnamdi Kanu, the Nigerian government, exactly where you want them to be. Now, check as this thing is happening. As before, on the Igbo, we had Nubogo Nnamdi Kanu, leader of IPOB, AGD Ekechie, Nde Ugu, Nakbo Biafraland, Kalafia, Wounded Lion. It seems like everybody just those people. I'm a Monday chase cloud. One thing you understand about this internet, everybody will end up becoming a content creator. Hope you know that.
Yeah.
Wounded civilian is just using Biafra for content, nothing else.
Yeah. So sometimes when you see people talk, you understand that whether you mustn't only earn money when you're talking about something good. You can be bad. You can be talking about something bad, yet your platform are naked. So the thing not there when you have to be hot or you are cold.
Yes.
You can't be in between. So whether you represent yourself in any way or you must stand somewhere. That's the thing. So now
but I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy.
Okay, which guy?
That wounded civilian. I don't like that guy.
Everybody, for me, is his life. He's living. Let him live it. He'll get whatever comes back.
Go ahead with your submission, my brother.
Yeah. So the point is that Nnamdi Kanu India exactly where he wanted them, because before it was only IPOB fight. And if you notice that for a while now, IPOB or the Konyo Mamma Gio as in the buy with the global government in them. Or the Kaya just bagooding kete. I have in Nigerian government in Nnamdi Kanu. Kaha will say ya may he actually me. But we will just sit down and we observe. You agree with me on this?
Of course.
Now,
That is what is going on.
Yeah. So now,
how do you inform of now? Every all their media, on what you prescribe IPOP detain leader. They are the pushing up leader of IPOP. That prescribe is what no for.
Let me tell you, as in Gidanna, you are able to know whatever that is going on in Nigeria now because of the internet.
Yes.
Before phone came out, when TV used to open by 4 o'clock. The only time you hear news, either you go to the newspaper or go. So that is the only time you know what is going on. So now you can understand the extent of how they lie, what they wish to tell you. That's what you hear. Nigerian media now, none of the car. You will see a journalist interviewing you, or the journalist. And he defended the government. And you know, call the journalists. Now, say, this is what is going on. On other place, now, man. I say, but why? But I know somebody supposed to in a hold the mother accountable. Matter be on there. Now to prove that but why? But you should not. The next thing
that's in that one she like this.
This one exhausting. Listen to
like this. Their own responsibility to the guests. They will question the guests and they start understanding.
Guys, let me finish up so that I can let you people go. So, if you notice now, the war is shifting now out from our people, from Igbo to now to the whole people in Nigeria. Onyugu agotago afuagi because all depend the side is you have for here. I thank God that now the Nigerians, or should I say, because there's nobody that's a Nigerian, the Yoruba and the people from the north have actually started understanding the importance of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. That is not only for Biafra, it is about the justice system of Nigeria. So even if you choose to keep Nigeria once, at least fix your judiciary.
Yes.
That is what I believe that they have started understanding now. And the more they get what is going on, because today is Nnamdi Kanu. Tomorrow it might be your uncle or you yourself. Because all the same justice system somebody can decide to lock you up because Naginiana Azana and they loan a court. They go judge or 2 years ago judge, not on no case. Then me postpone. You wouldn't like it. So okay, if you don't know get you a OG because CJ you know go fit Siam. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Brother Grace, let's hear from you before we round up. You came late, Brother Grace.
Yeah, Mazi, good answer from my end.
My brother, darling.
And all the Biafrans in the comment section and the section and media and make an honor good afternoon, sir. Mazi, I think
yes.
Because if you are following what our leader was saying, when a prophet releases the words, what makes me a prophet that what he said come to accomplished?
Yes.
He said that the destruction of Nigeria, the wind that destroys Nigeria will even emanate from the north. And it is coming up. And then in the case Onyendu, you will see that is a God design. The judges in the people can prefer the judge they defend the Kanu. And whenever Kanu come up, whenever Nnamdi Kanu come to defend himself, the lawyer, the judge will be irritated, and then he will run away. The first person that handled the case is the man, the president of High Court, I think John Soho or what. John Soho run away from the case. And when Nyako came over the case, and then Ejimako discovered what has happened, and then he allows Kanu to defend himself. Because Kanu is the only person who is telling the truth. And then when the Nyako from Kanu destroyed her, and then he surrendered, the return case filed to the John Soho. John Soho say he will not handle it because he have recourse himself on the case before. Now, you know, John Soho is coming from the north, the north central Benue State. Then Nyako is coming from far north. Now they have to decide to give it to a southwest man. I think the case are reporting to every zone in Nigeria. I don't know whoever, because as the case is going now, James Omotosho will surrender the case.
Definitely.
Because from his statements, he showed that he's irritated, he's afraid. The when they just as we said the other time, where they brought the so-called sons and great sons is to give them a soft landing. What they wanted to do to Magamaga and they convict Kano, and those sons will collide with the Ohanese to go and beg. That's what they wanted to do. Yes. Then Kano discovered it and sacked them. Imagine a judge confirming that, yes, we discovered that the date of the medical report is 23 September. Why the judge say give them order from 26 to give the report, and then you say it is oversight. We didn't remember.
Oversight.
We didn't remember. And Kano was complaining. Kano was complaining. And the Maswa was complaining. This date, this report is updated.